Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Dialar's Tactics. It is patch night. The game is under maintenance right now. The patch notes are out. Where are we? So we're going to go over them in this video. Nothing crazy. Nothing really new. Well, there's a couple new things, but no new heroes. Nothing fancy. But I read through it, and it feels like they're prepping for the next patch cycle, which is in 2 weeks time, because they're already calling that the half-year anniversary. So let's go over the patch notes and let's discuss some things. All right, yeah, okay. All right, so May 13th, maintenance and patch details. So we are getting a little bit of new content, although I would not call this content. This is just systems. Systems in the game are not content, so I do not like them calling this content, but they are renaming the relic summoning system to special relic summons. The new system will include relics from all elements from uncommon to legendary grades. So in the past videos I have said repeatedly that you shouldn't pick up relic summoning tokens because they aren't really worth any value. Everything's random. Up until recently, you would always get base relics. It just seemed like they were basically a wasted system. You would wait until a hero dungeon event or somewhere else where you could pick up the relics. Now, they did take away the base relics, which is nice. Now, they're further tweaking the relic summoning system to actually finally make it useful. So, they're rebranding it, calling it the special relic summon system. And this new summoning system for relics will have a wish list system included, just like the special summoning for heroes that we have now. So you guys know how this works. It's going to be exactly the same. You select 4 legendary relics of your choice, and then when you hit 60, which is pity, you're going to get one of those 4. Now the cool thing is that you don't need 8 copies of that relic to unlock it, to make it, to just finish it out. Whereas like a hero, you need 8 chivalries, or at least 8, copies. I guess 9, I don't know, 8. With this, you're just going to get it. You're going to summon it once, and then you're going to pull it out of your wish list, and you're going to slot something else in. So I already know exactly what I'm putting in here. Brennan is coming into the pool. His relics are coming into the pool. I'm going for that Frost relic. I'm going for Charlotte's Fire relic. I think that's really all I need. I think I got most of the relics. So, but yeah, this is nice. It would have been really, really nice if this would have been in the game prior. I think back to when Loki spent $200 on fire relic tokens and didn't get what he wanted. Ooh, that sucks. So this is very, very good for free to play. This is a good system. It's just they keep removing ways to monetize the game. Like, are they who's gonna? I guess are you more incentivized to purchase relic summoning tokens? I guess yes. Just I don't know. This seems very generous, and it is good. I will give them credit for this. This is a good addition to the game. I really wish though that this, along with the non-base relics being in the pool, would have been in the game at launch. If we had the wishlist system at launch without the 50/50 and the pity, or for the normal summons, that would have been perfect. A lot more people would have stuck around if that had been the case. But this is not content. This is a new system there, Netmarble. So, details, new events. So, we're not getting a new hero, which is fine. Carther is Kaputski. He's gone now. Long live his reign. He is an OP hero. He is really, really, really OP. I really hope all you guys got a chance to get him, to pick up a copy at least. And now you can use Lego memory stones on him, or memory mastery stones, or master memory stones, whatever they're called. But he's gone, and in his place, we are not getting new here. We're getting Vivian. Along with Vivian, we're getting a Vivian mission event. We don't know where that is. We can go look because it is in the patch notes. We'll maybe look at that right at the end. But then we're getting this half-year prep event. So this is going to be a 2-week event, which has stuff that you have to complete each day for 7 days, but you have 2 weeks to complete it. This tells me that they're prepping for something big, or a nice new big juicy content patch that's coming in 2 weeks time. So this is fine. Gold collecting event, clan activities event, and raid bounty Apulia. Those are typical 1 week events that we've already had in the game. And then we're getting all these new packages. Now, I am briefly going to show you guys these new packages, but don't buy any of these. I hate that they advertise packs in their patch notes now. It just comes off as slimy. So, yeah, 300 rudiment memory stones. I don't know what this is going to cost. Don't buy it. And then we get a focus keepsake selection package. Don't buy it. We're getting a, what is this? Unity. Don't buy it. And then this, though. So I have purchased this pack in the past. It pops up at random. They have tweaked it. Now they're adding the rudiment, whatever chests. What do they call the memory rudiment chests to this? But this is one of the cheapest ways to buy crystals. This is 20,000 or 24,300 crystals, which is a huge amount of crystals. And I do believe it used to cost, I think it was 75 Canadian. So I don't know if it was a $50 pack, but the spenders are going to lick this up. This is actually a good deal. If you look at what they normally charge for crystals, it is an insanely cheap deal or discount on crystals. And then this, yeah, don't buy it. I don't know. The rest, that's it. That's all I'm going to talk about packs. I hate that they advertise packages in the patch notes, but that crystal pack is worth it if you're a spender. Now, Vivian, we're getting some balance adjustments or some nerfs and some buffs. It's mostly all buffs. I've read through this. The majority of all her buffs are going to only apply, though, to Steed favorite allies, which means that is Lancelot, Merlin, and Charlotte, and then all the rares that we don't care about. But what they're adding to her passive 1 is she's going to grant recovery increase 2, which means she's going to heal them harder. And she's going to give Steed favorite allies abnormal status immunity on her P1. You know, that's good. It's a good buff. It's a buff. On the Flame Relic, which is her base relic, on her active skill 2, so her S2, she's going to be giving attack increase 2 for 1 turn. This is for all allies, so this is good. This is good. That's a good change. For her Frost Relic, she's also going to give that attack increase 2. And then for her Frost Relic active skill 3, she's going to give Steed favorite allies recovery over time. Now, if you remember how Vivian's kit works, one of her passives, if a hero has recovery over time on it, she reduces their passive cooldown, which is actually quite big. It just was really hard to set up because in order to get a heal over time on your hero, they either had to have a dot on them, which she would convert to a hot. And I think she would, yes, she could do that regardless in her kit. Or if you had her at Chivalry 8, she could apply a dot debuff that's not a negative debuff to your heroes. Then she would convert that to a heal over time or recovery over time, which would then, she could then reduce the passive. So this is kind of cool. It's just unfortunate that it's only on Steed favorite allies. And then on the Storm Relic, same thing. We're getting that attack increase 2 again. And then on Chivalry Tier 3, we're getting for Steed favorite allies, we're getting Amplification for 2 turns. Now, Amplification is going to be increased Vigor generation. So kind of like what Nika does, but it's unfortunate that it is just Steed favorite allies because it pigeonholes her into just being on that team. So it is a very, very good change. But given that, again, Merlin, Lancelot, and Charlotte, it's a little bit limited in its scope. And then her Chivalry 8, this is the one that gave this Winding Waves, which was considered a dot, which she could then convert to a hot or a recovery over time, which then she could apply her passive onto to reduce passive cooldowns. So now she's also going to be giving defense increase 2 instead of defense increase 1, which is a 20% increase in defense. And they're cutting the cooldown in half. So they definitely made Vivian better. They definitely want you to run her Frost if you're going to run her in a Steed favored team, because then that's going to give the amplification, which is going to drastically help that comp, that team comp. So this is this is Chivalry Tier 3. So sorry. But what was the Frost specific one? It was oh no. Okay, no. So it's just the Frost didn't get anything specific. All the relics got this attack increase 2 added onto it. There it is for the storm relics active 2. So Vivian, she got better. Is she going to be OP? No, she's not going to be OP. She's just going to be better. So improvements and changes. So Brendan's going into the pool. So now you can put Brendan in your wish list, which I will be doing as well since mine's only C5. And his relics are all going into the pool. And now that you have the relic wish list, you can put his flame relic or his frost relic into the wish list. What this does, though, is it decentivizes me from ever spending money on a non-base relic ever again, because usually they're about $75 my cost. I will wait 6 weeks for it to go into the pool, and then I'll just get it in the wish list. So all of this is good stuff. It's kind of de-incentivizing spending, though, on relics. And then they're changing the turn count totals. So they're adding this monster turn count and a hero turn count. I don't know why we care about this. But then they are increasing some of the turn count limits to some pieces of content. I was unaware that these ones all had a 500 limit, because I never got anywhere close to a 500 limit. If I got to 30, that was too much. These pieces of content are usually pretty easy. You don't ever need to reach 500 turns. But if you look at clan raids, so the clan raid, all dungeons, so all bosses, it used to be 50, now it's 85, which means we're going to be on to level 30 in like 2 days, right? So, and plus now, you're going to be doing much, 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 much more damage on those upper level bosses, right? So you're not going to probably, well, you're still going to time out, but you're going to have another 35 turns, which is nice. Forbidden Dungeon, we're going from 120 to 240. That's really good, because I know this is going to make it a lot easier for some people to complete the levels in normal and hard mode, specifically hard mode. I know me, myself, I have finished a level on turn 119. It was a nail biter, but for the most part, this isn't that impactful. I can only think of a handful of instances where I needed more than 120 turns, but it is going to make it so that some people can make some teams where they can just chip away, and actually get more levels done in hard mode. And then Hollow Conquerors is still going to be stuck at 25 or 200. That's not changing. If you look at the bugs, so there's making a tweak to Charlotte. These are nothing really crazy. Hollow Conquerors issue where Talos occasionally dies early in battle. I think I've seen this turn into some really big scores, but it's not reflected in the leaderboard. This item and rate change, this is just changing the percentages in their rates to account for Brennan being in the hero summoning pool and accounting for his relics being in the relic summoning pool. And then the appearance list, hero, blah, blah, blah. Yes, Brennan, relics, and that's it. So the only other thing that I kind of want to discuss with you guys about this patch is this half-year anniversary. So here we go. You can see it is one of these. You get seven days of content. You have 2 weeks to complete it, and you have to complete the day, everything on that day 1, in order to unlock day 2 on the following reset. So we've seen these kind of events before. You see, there's like, even in day 1, it's 500 crystals. Like that. That's a big freebie. That's a really big freebie. Clear restricted area 60 times. So restricted area is any of the dungeons in that restricted area. So this should be fairly easy to get. All of this stuff is usually fairly easy. At least the last couple iterations of this type of event have been really, really easy. So this is basically just free goodies, with the grand prize being 15 special summoning tokens. So yeah, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go look quickly. Let's go back here. Let's go look at this Vivian mission event. Let's see where we're going to want to use her. Oh, Burning Land. Okay, so it's Gorgos, which we use her in Gorgos anyway. Build a team with Vivian and clear Burning Lands. Okay, we're going to do that anyway. What do we get? Special summon tickets. Nothing crazy, nothing crazy, nothing crazy. Special summoning tickets, so nothing crazy. Tome selection chest. All right. Nothing crazy on that, but we're gonna people are usually using Lancelot, Vivian, Rosie, and Anguish. Whoa, having trouble remembering names anyway. So this is what you get. So you'd be using her there anyway, so it's free stuff. All right, so that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the patch notes for May 13th, Tuesday. So, I'm pretty much okay with this patch. They're giving us some stuff, like we're getting that big quality of life to the relic summoning system with the wish list. It's unfortunate. Would I want a new hero? Yes, but it seems like that if in 2 weeks' time we're getting a half-year anniversary event, we're likely going to get a new hero. We're likely going to get new content. Given the fact that we don't have anything new, like a new hero to pull on, my perks, I buy all the 4 perks every month or every 2 weeks. Or I should say, I re-upped them when Caliber and Arthur came into the game. They expire tomorrow, and I'm not going to refresh them. So since I know it's going to be Vivian, I am not going to pull on Vivian. She's in my wish list already. I will get her slowly that way. I don't recommend pulling on Vivian. I would recommend you save all your resources for 2 weeks' time when the next content cycle drops. But what this is doing again is now they are de-incentivizing me from spending on relics that are coming with characters, given that they're, giving us the wishlist system. They're just for this 2 weeks, they're de-incentivizing me upping my perks. So for me, this this game doesn't cost me a whole lot anymore, which is fine. It's just we're still losing players. My clan, which is a top 3 clan in the game, Revolution, we lost a handful of some really big accounts this last 2 weeks, like massive accounts. So I still see people leaving the game more so than I see people starting the game. Is that anecdotal? Partly. Do I have numbers to back that up? Well, we can go look. Let's go look. Let's go look at the Sensor Tower data. All right, Sensor Tower, Netmarble. All right, publisher overview. Okay. So let's go by revenue. Let's make my head small. Bright lights, bright lights. So, where is King Arthur Legends Rise? Ooh. So, at the end of March and at the end of April, I do believe this download number was 20,000. So that kind of proves my point. So at the end of March, this was 20,000 downloads and $300,000 monthly revenue. Revenue's hanging in there at $200K a month. Now, again, this is only for mobile. This doesn't count like the PC launcher purchases. But downloads on mobile have fallen, have been cut in half. So this tells me the game is still dwindling, which kind of goes back to my point that more people are leaving the game than starting the game, which is fine. The game's not going anywhere yet. It's just we all have to keep in mind that it's a niche game with a dwindling player base. Ladies and gentlemen, the code word, the safe word of the day, is brought to you by Fresca. A natural grapefruit flavored drink with 0 calories and no caffeine. All right. Straight out of the boys, man. So put Fresca in the comments and I will know you made it 20 minutes into the video. I will thank you profusely. I will heart your comment. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not put out a video yesterday on Monday for a roundtable talk. Why? Because it's kind of redundant. It is the summer. I do have new puppy. I'm going to be at the lake any chance I can get away from this home office. So if there's significant stuff to make content on, I will make content on it. If there's just tripe, I'm not going to give you just clickbait. Just watch this video so I can get a little bit of ad revenue and pay for my in-game spending. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm still playing every day. It's just I'm not motivated to make content about things that are important. So if we had been getting a new hero today, damn Skippy, I would have been going over the new hero, would have been going over much more stuff. Then I would have had a deep dive, then I would have had an initial thoughts video, blah 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 blah, just like I had with Carther. But alas, we're going into a quiet next 2 weeks. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave it right there. Till next time. Where's the button? There it is. Cheers, peace, ladies and gentlemen, and bye-bye. Enjoy your summer.